Ciao, we are talking to Guido Tomasi now, and
Hi.
he's the owner of the publishing
Yeah,
house.
I'm the publisher or the
Mhm.
publishing director,
Mhm.
if you want to say it, and of the Guido Tomasi Editore is I think, not the oldest but the biggest catalog of cookbooks in
Mhm.
Italy since many years. We have a very wide catalog of every kind of cookbooks,
Mhm.
and we are a very good relationship with United Kingdom and USA. We
Mhm.
translate many food writer, Anglo-Saxon food writer, for example, Donna Haye, Gordon Ramsay,
Mm.
Laurent Pascal,
Mhm.
and many other. And we are also trying to translate our authors, our Italian authors, in
To
English.
English.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and we are producing. We are at the early beginning of this,
Mhm.
but we have a very good distributor. I think ACC.
Mhm.
It's an important distributor in USA and United Kingdom, and they are interested in our production,
Mhm.
and they search us. An honor for us to know this and to collaborate with them, and we also are producing um, the Pantone cookbook. I don't know if you know what is the
No.
mark in USA is a mythological mark. Is
Ah.
the Pantone made the reference of colors for every graphic graphic designer,
Mhm.
filmmaker is really like like the meal to do the bread. If you want to be a graphic, you have to have a Pantone sample book,
Mhm.
and they and they give us the charge to produce cookbooks, a Pantone cookbook.
Mhm.
And now we are doing this, and I think it will be published in May,
Mhm.
maybe.
Why food? Why do you only publish books about food?
Because okay, I do this work since 1987.
Mm.
It's 30 year plus one this
Okay.
year, but we produce cookbooks only since 1999,
Mhm.
and so it's quite 20 years.
Mm.
And it was a decision because food is may I say protest,
Yeah.
huh? To speak to everyone of every other thing you want to do,
Mhm.
and everyone has, if he can, as a relationship with food every day, 3 times per day,
Yeah.
and this is something that is very helpful um, to have a good relationship.
Mhm.
Quite every important thing in our life is it happens at table. Okay,
Mhm.
when you're married, you do a merry meal. I don't know.
Yeah.
Every important thing has a relationship with food. So we use this to speak with the most number of people we can.
Mhm. I see you have some books in your hands. Can
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
tell
Well,
us about it?
I put it. Yeah, we are translating in English some of our books,
Mhm.
and I have here the next year there are some books on Sicily and Tuscany,
And they're in English.
and they're in English. Yeah.
So these are Italian books translated to English.
Yeah, these are Italian food writer Maria Teresa Di Marco and Marie-Cécile Ferret.
Mhm.
The second is French originally, but it lives in Tuscany,
Mhm.
in Castellina in Chianti,
Mhm.
and he is the daughter of Leo Ferret. Is
Okay.
a very important songer
Okay.
and songwriter in the 70s. You are too
Mhm.
young to know him, but it's very important.
Okay.
And these are a little book that they are made for Palazzo Pitti. They
Mhm.
ask us to do some little books for people who want to know some recipes they have to know for Tuscany and Sicily,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay.
And then this is a food blogger, Giulia Scarpaleggia, very well known in Tuscany, and we are translating this. This is the cooking of the market of Tuscany, and she does many cook. She has a cook school, and she gives her course in English, the most part of them, and she's very well known. I don't know, Giulia Scarpaleggia.
Giulia Scarpaleggia.
That's
If you want to take cooking class.
yeah, and this is the Panino Veggie. This is Alessandro Frassica. It's in Florence. He has a shop, a panini shop, and is very well known. Is in front of Ponte Vecchio, and this is the veggie version of the panino. But the first one is that one, il panino.
Sì.
We
Not a vegetable version.
not very vegetable, but this is mortadella, and this is the first book we made with him, and it's, I think, the most complete, and we are translating also this one in these days.
So the topic of the Pity Taste this year is foraging.
Yeah, foraging.
Are there any books that concentrate on foraging?
Not
now
not
that you-
not exactly on foraging as activity, but we have books on plants, on herbs,
Yeah.
and I think they are on the other side of the
I
stand.
go there, but,
But we have many books on this, because foraging is just a new name for an ancient activity.
yeah.
In every place, first of all, mountain places, people search herbs and use herbs to prepare food, but also to have care of themselves. And this is just a rediscovering of an ancient science.
Okay. Where is your publishing house based in Italy?
It's in Milan,
Milan.
in the center of Milan, near Sant'Ambrogio. It's a basement. we call it the ipogeo. I don't know how I can say it in English, but it means it is under earth.
Yeah.
But it's very nice. And now we are growing, and we bought another little place. And this is not anymore down, but it's on the light of the sun.
Do you see that people are more interested in foods and that they're buying more books about food, about recipes, or
Than before.
yeah? No.
Yeah, sure. There was, since 2001, a big new wave of food writing and interest in in cookbooks. But there was also a big wave of publishing. So cookbooks now are very come si dice, numerosi, and they're very
Everywhere.
abundant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to understand what is really right, what is good to read and to have, and what is just the consequence of trend. Okay, because a big publisher, normally when they say, this is okay, Tomasi sell this one, okay, we do 3 books on the same thema, and we have, for example, 200, 300, 400 bookstores, and we put all these books in our bookstores and we sell it. And this is, I don't want to say this is not fair, but I think this is not good for the market, for the people, because if you don't do book because you know what are you doing, but you do because you see that other publisher publish books in this argument, on this theme, people that buy that kind of books doesn't receive a right service. Okay.
So you do research before you decide which books you want to
Yeah,
publish and
we do
translate.
research. We search authors. We test what are we doing, and the most part of our time is exactly searching. I travel very much. We do every fair in the world to understand what is the new, what is interesting now,
Okay.
and we try to publish. And we try to do also the reverse, publishing Italian good author in English.
Okay. Well, I hope that your travel to Pite Taste will give you some inspiration. And thank you very much, Guido.
Thank you too.
Yes.